It's often asked to me as to why it seems here people that are not Japanese who are living in Japan are unhappy. I have come here fairly recently. I haven't been here a long time whatsoever. In most ways, I've only been here a very, 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 very short amount of time. However, in that time, I've seen so frequently people that have been living here for 10, 15, 20 years who are just very unhappy and very disillusioned with Japan. It doesn't surprise me because it is very easy to become disillusioned and become unhappy with a culture such as Japanese culture. But there are plenty of individuals who actually will say, I came here, mid-90s, and since then, I've gotten married, I had a few kids, and I just hate my life, basically. And what are some of the things that actually I've noticed that people here actually become most disillusioned with? Number one has to be a disconnect between foreigner and Japanese. It seems that with time, inability to be seen as anything other than a foreigner starts to screw with people's heads. If you've been here for a long time and you speak Japanese really well and you know the culture, you don't want to be seen as a foreigner. Where with time, you're thinking to yourself, I will never, no matter what I do, be seen as anything but a foreigner. The second thing is actually something that I actually touched on in one of my previous videos, which is the difference of romance and dating, and to a larger extent that I don't obviously do not know yet, marriage. A lot of people come here and they, as with anywhere else in the world, it is perfectly fine and perfectly normal to find as a foreigner, to find a spouse. A lot of times, these people that get married end up very unhappy in their marriages. They find that their wives or their husbands do not particularly fit. That happens a lot, and it's actually more terrible when you think about if they have children. In that time, they start to realize that they just, it sometimes doesn't work, just because Japanese culture in this sense is very much different. A lot of times, a lot of these marriages start off okay, and then with time, things become more focused on work, which is a very important part of an adult Japanese person's life. It becomes basically a loveless and physical relationship-less marriage. A lot of times they just become so angry at the way things have turned out for them. They'll say to other people, oh, don't ever date a Japanese man or Japanese woman. Don't ever marry a Japanese man. Don't ever marry a Japanese woman. This will happen to you too. This, as much as I could agree with the first point that I made, I can't. Differing situations are different situations. From one person to the next, there is no set outcome of what will happen. Lastly, I think a lot of foreigners, as they spend more time here, start to have a bit of internal hatred of newcomer foreigners. The fact of the matter is that it's unfair for these people that have been living here for whatever amount of time to look at people that have just moved here as, idiots. It's pretty silly when you think to the same idea that, we're all going to be seen the same way. It doesn't matter if you've been here for 15 years or you've been here for 5 months. You and I are both foreigners. With this in mind, I say this. If anywhere in the world you are unhappy with your life, make a change. It's as simple as that. If you are in an unhappy marriage, if you're in an unhappy relationship, if you don't like your job, end it and move on to better things. That's just all that you would be able to do. Some people just don't get this. So that's my video for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.